welcome back to another episode of Tales from the Cassette. I'm Jeff Beach.
Joey Graves.
All right, and thanks for listening and liking and supporting our last one of what did we do the last one? We did our top 10 favorite
Kiss
songs. That's right.
Yes.
It's confusing me, and the reason it's confusing me is because I got Berlin on my head.
Mm-hmm.
And why do I have Berlin on my head?
Terry Nunn, lead singer of Berlin, commented on a post.
Yes, a real post. I don't know. Have you been out there the last couple days?
It's gone.
Well, it's still there, but it's hidden. I can't tell. I can't tell if it's hidden because Facebook's algorithms hid it or if she deleted it. I can't tell. It's still showing that there's comments there, but it's not showing the comments, only showing yours.
Oh.
I don't know, but I hope, did you screenshot it?
No.
We got to hope it comes back. It was there. I saw it. Pretty amazing. Yes. The lead singer of Berlin, Terry Nunn, commented on a post. I listen to an album every day if I can. And when I do, I'll post it on our page that I listen to it, all varieties. We're at rock, pop, whatever. And I listen to Berlin. Mm-hmm. And you liked that and commented on Dancing in Berlin, right?
Yep.
And she said, thank you.
Hey, great 2 words. That's all she needed to say.
That's all. That's all. I think that means that we need to have her on this podcast somehow.
Well, I was actually going back to the comments to send her a message to ask her to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
And the comments were not there anymore. So I
don't know what happened.
It seemed like all of her social media is all screwed up right now.
Maybe that's it. We'll blame it on that. Either way, I think I'll make a comment on this when I load this about her commenting, and I'll tag her again, and we'll see if that draws any interest.
Well, let's hope.
She should be open to a show. She is still touring.
Yep. So Terry Nunn, you have an open invite to guest star on Tales from the Cassette anytime you'd like.
We'll do a full 30 minutes on anything Berlin or anything really you want to talk about. But yeah, we'll do it. We're pretty open to our discussions that you've seen from our episode list. It's all over the place. It's got a little Kiss in it, but other than that, it's got a lot of other things too.
Yeah, it
does. So yes, we did do our top 10 Kiss last week. And so this week we're going to talk about obscure albums that you have maybe not listened to, but that you should.
Probably of bands you've never heard of.
Yes.
Some that you have, some that you probably have not.
I would say that music fans will probably know a couple of the bands. I actually pulled a couple albums from well-known artists that are a little more obscure that I would suggest listening to as well. But before that, in addition to the Terry Nunn thing, and one more thing I saw on the news this week, but did you know that Napster was still around?
I did not.
Well, the only reason I know that was because a couple days ago, Sony sued Napster again because they're not making their payments that I guess they were supposed to be making because they got sued all those years ago.
Well, so is Napster like Spotify where now that you have to do a subscription or what?
I think so. Oh. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I didn't know it was still around. Those of us from that time frame loved Napster. I mean, I'm not going to admit to anything on video, but Napster was really great for music listening at the time.
I believe the statutes of limitations is over.
I'm not taking any chances because it's probably there's probably some federal issues there. Yeah, I don't believe that there's probably any record of anything here anymore because everything's streams, that didn't exist. I will say, and we should do an episode on that sometime, but I hear artists every now and then comment about it and all that. And I'll just say it's nobody's fault but the record companies.
Well, follow the dollar.
Well, it's nobody's fault. If they had put out the streaming capability that existed and given music listeners what they wanted, people would not have illegally streamed it.
True. It's true.
There would have been some, but not to the extreme. But basically, everybody was selling these digital devices. The iPod first came out, and then there was another one. There was a Creative Labs, I think it was, had one out. And you had these devices that you could load music, but there was really no way to do it unless you burned off your CDs, which was really a pain. And so all of a sudden you've got this Napster and others where you could just download for free. So would we have paid for it? I think if there was something there, but the record companies basically decided, hey, we're not going to do this because we don't want to.
I mean, you really think about it. It was SonyMusic.com, and you liked an artist that was on Sony, and you went in there and you paid $5-7 for it or something, instead of 19 for a CD, 14, whatever it was. I mean, I think it at least would have gotten them started. And in that digital direction. So
you would have had the people that are not typically your downloaders doing it. I mean, you still would have had a lot of people probably, but yeah, their fault. That's a future episode. That would be a good one, is the downfall of Napster, because we were living it. Potentially using it. Potentially,
yes.
Potentially. All right. Well, let's talk about some obscure albums. So I think we each have about 3. And then I mentioned I've got a couple more that are from artists that we know that are really good to listen to as well. I don't know if you've got those, but I have 2.
I have 2 from better known, and I have 4 from obscure.
All right, let's hear one of your better knowns, obscure.
Enough's enough. Strength.
All right. I'm going to put some of these in my phone because I got to go. I got to go put this stuff in afterwards. When I pull the album covers up. Enough.
Released in 1991.
Yeah.
It was their second studio album, and there is not a bad song on the entire album. But guess what happened in the early 90s?
What?
Grunge. So it really never got the attention that I think it deserved.
Their first album got the attention, right?
Yes.
So second album didn't do it. Wrong time. We've talked about on the show here. That's with a lot of bands at that time. They were releasing albums and rock wasn't selling anymore.
But their second album, Strength, is far superior than the first album.
Okay.
I mean, yes, it had Fly High Michelle, a new thing, but the rest of it was good, but not to that level. Strength is good from beginning to end, and it just was overlooked.
When they were touring later on, did they play songs off that album?
Yes, Baby Loves You.
Okay.
And actually, they played it on live TV a couple times. They were on Letterman a couple times.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I was going to mention this album from this group. We've actually talked about this before, but I thought I had to because it's obscure albums. But I had to mention, and we brought it up, of the albums we like, some of our favorite albums. But it was Toto's Isolation.
Yeah.
Obscure album. If you're a Toto fan, you may not even listen to this album. It is very different than the entire catalog. We talked about it in our list of favorite albums. I think maybe both of us had it there. I definitely did. But that album, no big hits. Bobby Kimball, who had been the lead singer through their first 4 albums, is no longer there. They had one single release on this, Stranger in Town. It did go in top 10, got some video play, but that was about it. So it was nothing like Toto 4, which had Africa, Rosanna, all of that. Nothing.
Well,
but it is a rock album.
Isolation is an album that is good from beginning to end, but it never got the notoriety that it deserves. That's why it is obscure. That's why we're talking about it today.
Obscure. So yes, this one, they were coming off their big Grammy win and all that. I think the label was sad. They had their new singer Fergie Fredrickson was brought in, who was a little bit like Kimball, but not quite. He only lasted this one album. So they sort of went back to their roots on the next one. But this is, if you're a Toto fan, if you're an 80s music fan, Toto Isolation. You got a second one?
From a well-known or
well-known? Well-known. Yeah, and then we'll go to obscure.
Probably something that you didn't even know I even listened to.
About some ballet, something like that? No?
It is Crowded House.
Their
third album called Woodface.
Woodface.
It is. I'm surprised I didn't put it in my top 10 albums of all time.
Did you have a Crowded House album in there?
No, this is my favorite Crowded House album. So if there was going to be one, this would have been it. But
it's obscure from them, so no hits on this one?
No, not really.
Okay.
But it is so good. And I would highly encourage anybody to take a listen to Crowded House. Woodface. Catchy songs, catchy lyrics, melodies, sing along with them. It's great. It's a good album.
Now, for someone like me that's not listened to Crowded House, I know who they are, and I'm going to listen to my first Crowded House album. Should I listen to Woodface?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put it on my playlist then. 1991, right during the grunge years.
Well, it's spoiler alert. Every one of my albums is in that era.
Okay. All right. So you were locked in that era. Okay. That's okay. Mine bounce all over the place. Mine don't deviate from the 80s and 90s, but I am definitely going back and forth in the decade. So Toto Isolation was in 84, I think. So my next one is actually the year before that. And it's a very well-known artist and actually had some hits on this that people would know. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because I think this might be his best album, and every song on the album is good. And so it's Rick Springfield, Living in Oz.
Yeah.
This is not the one with Jesse's Girl. This is the one with Human Touch and Affair of the Heart were the two singles on it, which were big singles that were released. But the entire album is loaded with hits. It's almost like, especially in that time frame where they were releasing so many songs off albums as singles, I'm surprised he didn't have a whole bunch. I think they did release Souls as a single, but didn't go anywhere. But that album from top to bottom is excellent.
So that wasn't the movie. Didn't he have a movie, a soundtrack to a movie?
After that, next year. Hard to Hold.
Hard to Hold. Okay.
Hard to Hold. Yeah, so he did the movie after that. And maybe it's why, because it was a year later they released another album.
Yeah.
But this, if you want to listen to a good 80s, in the frame of Human Touch, Affair of the Heart, that entire album, there's Motel Eyes is great. Souls, I Can't Stop Hurting You. They're all really good.
So, I mean, really, Rick Springfield he's got some great material. He really does. I give it to him. He's got some good stuff.
He's still performing, going strong. Tours all the time.
I've seen him live.
Still sounds good. Still sounds pretty good.
Have you seen him live lately?
I saw him probably 20 years ago, so that's not lately. So
I saw him like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And he does something during a live performance that at least the one I was at, that was a bit questionable.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he's 70 some years old. And the guy's got a physique. Like he's obviously had some work on his face, but his body's unbelievable. And he takes his shirt off and he literally lays the guitar up against the monitor amp, and starts humping the guitar. And I can see where it could be funny for like 2 or 3 seconds, but it went on a little bit too long.
Yeah. I don't think I need to see that.
It happened in Troy, Ohio. I saw it. Yep. We got to the point where people were looking at each other going, what is he doing?
Should we tell him to stop?
But
All right.
other
Well,
than
now
that, great performance. So.
I don't know that I'll want to go see him now, but thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
He may not
Okay.
do that now. I don't know.
All right. Now we're going to go to real obscure. So these are great albums that may be from obscure bands as well, but we would recommend listening to, and we'll go into that. And you've got 4. I have 3.
Well, I could probably group 2 of them into one.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go with which one do you want to talk about first?
All right. In 1990, 89,
Okay.
pretty much around the same time, there were 2 bands that came out with singles on MTV. I saw the videos. And the videos and the music they were very, very catchy.
Okay.
Just very catchy.
I'm in suspense.
The first one was in 89. Okay. It was from a band called Lord Tracy.
I've heard of the name.
And the name of the album is Deaf Gods of Babylon.
Okay. What kind of rock music?
Yes.
Hard rock?
Hair band rock-ish.
Okay.
But the album is full of like fun, like little short fun songs where they're having fun, intermixed with anthemic rock songs.
Okay.
And it's just like a band having a good time and great songs. The other one, like 1990.
Before you go on, is Lord Tracy, what happened to them?
They didn't last very long at all. But that was in 89. Okay. So, and then the other one, 1990, was a band called Trouble Tribe.
Trouble Tribe.
And that's
I have not heard of that one.
Only one album, but they did the same thing. They were fun, like had some fun songs intermixed with really good, rock songs.
Yeah.
The famous song of theirs, not famous, but the most well known in the video was Tattoo. And then Lord Tracy's video was Out with the Boys.
And they're both the same time frame.
Right at the same time frame. The lead singers even look alike, but they're 2 different bands.
and so second one is hard rock as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metal. Yeah. Okay. All right. No, but, and where'd they go? They're gone too?
They're gone too.
Okay.
They both lasted one album.
They both had one album, so it's a very obscure one album thing. Okay.
Yes, but a band, 2 bands that I think really put out great debut albums, but they never were listened to. So,
do you know if the artist or the musicians went to any other bands?
Well, I think the one from Lord Tracy, the lead singer, I think may have been in Pantera at one time.
That's a big switch.
But this is nothing like Pantera. No.
Okay.
No, nothing like it. But it's got both of them they have good, a couple good ballads, like really catchy, hummable, singable songs, anthemic rock and roll songs, and then fun songs. So it was like a good mix of all of it.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't. I don't like serious music, as you can probably tell. I listen to music to escape the everyday life. I want to escape to parties and women and not worry about anything else. So these 2 albums fit that bill to a T. So
perfect.
There you go.
All
2
right.
in 1.
2. There's 2. All right. I think I was looking. You probably know all these bands that these obscure albums by these bands. This one, the first one I'm going to do, this band had several albums, and lots of members that came and went through the years because they, it started with a former UFO bassist, and the band is Wasted.
Oh yeah.
Save Your Prayers in 1986. Now, the interesting thing is, I think this is a great album, and I was trying to like figure out, okay, who do they sound like? So the singer that they have on this band was not the singer they had on previous albums, so they brought him in for this album.
This is Danny.
Yes.
Danny something.
Danny Vaughan.
Danny Vaughan, yes.
Yep. Danny Vaughan.
Wow, I didn't even know you liked Wasted.
This is the only album. I've tried to listen to a few of their other stuff, and it's not the same. But it's
not
very
the same.
Not the same. I was trying to, I asked, Google who they sound like, and they came up with Def Leppard, which I didn't really think that was true.
No, but Danny Vaughan, he's a great singer.
Yeah. Well, their music, I think, is very anthemic. And so even though Google gave me Def Leppard, which they don't really sound like Def Leppard, but their songs are very anthemic, like, at least on this album, like Def Leppard.
Walls Fall Down, Black and Blue.
Black and Blue.
Heroes Die Young.
Oh, yeah. Lots of single type music. I mean, if they had been probably a different band, a few of these songs had big potential to it. Heaven Tonight, Heroes Die Young, How the West Was Won. Those songs are all great. And they're a rock band, but their music is not like it's not like Motley Crue, or I guess it would be more like kind of like Motley Crue or something like that. But it was very anthemic. The whole album is good. They've got a couple slow songs on the album. Yep. It's funny, there's a bonus track on this album that's nothing like the rest of the album. But the entire album, Walls Fall Down, Black and Blue, Singing in the Night, and these are like, very singable songs that you can go along with. This came out in 1986, and they broke up shortly after that, and then reformed later. But Danny Vaughan was out after that, and but he's the singer on this album. It did chart a little bit in Britain, but not much.
Yeah, I think Pete Way is from Britain.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's why he got Wasted.
That is one of my, like, every now and then that I've got the band saved as a favorite band on Spotify. And so if I don't really know what I want to listen to, and I'm like, just something, that I've listened to in the past, and I'll go scrolling, and then I'll see the name. I'm like, I'm going to listen to that album because it's just a solid album all the way through. Yeah. So that's mine. That's my first one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right. You're next.
All right. I'm gonna on the fly, I'm going to replace one of mine and with another one that I just thought of.
Okay.
Bonfire Fireworks.
This one sounds familiar.
You will, you know some of the songs on there.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is unfortunately not on Spotify.
Oh no.
You got to go to
Apple. YouTube, okay.
And it's one of those albums that from 87, kind of like in the same vein as Wasted. If you like Wasted, you'll like Bonfire.
I like Wasted, that one album, not the rest of it.
Well, that one album. This is very similar to that Wasted album.
Okay.
A good ballad, but catchy songs. So Bonfire Fireworks. I've always enjoyed that album.
So what happened to that band?
I think they've had numerous iterations of the band with different members come and go. The lead singer's come and gone. It's. I think I tried to listen to the album after this, thinking that it's going to sound the same.
Yeah,
it just wasn't.
No,
but this album is a great album. American Nights, Champion, Rock Me Now, Fantasy, Cold Days. It's good. Give it a listen. Give it a listen.
Okay, Bonfire. Okay, the next one, I have this, as I think about this band and this album, for some reason I get this feeling like you're the one that told me about this album. So this band actually had a #1 song. And they also only had one album. So, and the song was originally released back in the very early 80s, but it went to number 1 when we were in college.
Oh, I know you're saying now.
Yeah. So Sheriff, the band, had a number 1, and this is their album is called Sheriff as well. It had a number 1 single called When I'm With You. The problem with Sheriff is they released this in 1982, but it didn't go to number 1 until 1989 after they already broke up. So most people that would be listening to this probably would know the song When I'm With You, but the rest of the album is out. I don't really like that song, but the rest of the album is outstanding.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. It's got, I mean, it's very much, you know, in the makeup of what you would expect around the mid 80s of some of the rock bands that were going there, and 38 Special and bands like that. So,
well, it was 82 and it was released.
Right.
So it's very Journey-esque.
Journey. Yeah. It's got, it's all that. It's the songs are great. There's You Remind Me, actually was released as a single, I think, back in those days. But there's California and Making My Way, Elisa. So there's really good songs. For some reason, I have this picture. Well, I know I bought this cassette or CD in college. And that's when discovered that, hey, the rest of this album is really good. But so they released it in 82, went to number 1 in 89 when this, so I read this story as I was looking at it, but this, somebody else had an obscure song that they pulled back out. I think it was Red, Red Wine. And so they said, well, what else can we find from the past and make it famous? And so this song came up. So a DJ started playing it. It spread. After it went to number 1, they asked the band, do you want to get back together? Band had already split up. They didn't really like each other. Canadian band. So I guess some members were in a band called Frozen Ghost, which I've heard of. And then, but they didn't want to come back. So the remaining members, including the singer, formed the band Alias. Yeah. Which you've heard of as well, because they had a big single of More Than
Another
Words.
Journey-esque
band. Yes.
Yes.
Very much. Yeah. And so some members of Heart were in that band as well. But that's another one of those albums like Wasted Save Your Prayers that when I'm scrolling and I just want to listen to something, that one, some of their songs are on some of my just playlists that I've pulled out.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So yes, Sheriff's self-titled album from 1982. There you go. All right. What's your third?
My third and my last one, was I combined two, is a band called Thunder.
I know Thunder.
A British band called Thunder, produced by Andy Taylor.
Andy Taylor. That's right.
From Duran Duran, the guitarist from Duran Duran. And the music sounds kind of like Andy Taylor's solo stuff.
Yep.
You know, there are some producers like Mutt Lange that Mutt Lange has a part of it. Well, I think Andy Taylor, when he produces something, it's Andy Taylor.
Yes. Sounds like him.
Backstreet Sympathy. The name of the album is Backstreet Symphony.
Okay. I've heard of this. I've been told, and I think I've been told that this is an album that I should listen to before.
Yes, this is a kind of more blues-ish hard rock. But again, it's catchy. Some great ballads, some real good harder rock songs, and some very catchy songs. There's not a bad song on the entire album.
Yeah, and for people that don't know Andy Taylor and you think of Duran Duran, he is the hard rock part of Duran Duran. Anytime you would hear Duran Duran rock, he'd be behind it probably, and he's also the guitarist from Power Station.
Yes.
And so he was the hard rock guitar you heard on Bang a Gong and Some Like It Hot. But yeah, and some of the rock on Duran Duran. But yeah, he's good. He's one of my favorite songs is actually on my playlist that I run to right now. And that is called hold on. Because I just listened to it this past week and I was when I was running. Here it is. It's called Don't Let Me Die Young.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds like thunder.
Yes. He only co-wrote 2 songs on the album.
Okay.
But produced the entire thing.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like Duran Duran.
No, it does nothing like Duran Duran.
He doesn't sound like Duran Duran.
No. I don't know if there's even any synthesizers on the album.
Yeah, he does.
I guess what Duran Duran is. But
yeah, that's a good one. Thunder. All right, I'm gonna put that one on my list too.
Yep, very good album.
That's a good one. All right. Well, speaking of synthesizers, my last one is all synthesizers. And this is probably one of my favorite 80s albums that I never listened to in the 80s. This is one that I've grown to love lately, but it's Oingo Boingo's
Wow.
Dead Man's Party. That album is loaded with great songs. And you've heard some of them. So Weird Science is on there.
All right.
Which he's not a huge fan of, but it was around the time frame, and so he put it on the album. But their album, Dead Man's Party, so they released it in '85. Weird Science was their single. Just Another Day was another single that was released off there, which is a really good one. The lead single, Dead Man's Party, or off the title, was featured in Back to School. When they're having the big party in the big dorm room.
Rodney Dangerfield.
When he's in the hot tub and they've got a band in the background. That's Oingo Boingo. And Danny Elfman, who leads Oingo Boingo. And they're singing Dead Man's Party. So, little history. But that entire album, all the way through. Great songs in that same vein of Dead Man's Party, Just Another Day. They all have that same one. Yeah, lots of synthesizers, and then it ends with Weird Science.
Huh.
Yeah, put that one on your list. You'll like that.
I've never even thought about listening to Oingo Boingo. I will give it a listen.
I have tried to listen to, because I like this album so much, so when I like some of these albums, like I did with Wasted, I'll try to go listen to some of their other things. But yeah, I tried to listen to some other stuff. I mean, I like Danny Elfman, and if you don't know who Danny Elfman is, he's in this band, but he's also a major composer. He
scored a lot of movies and
Pee-wee's Big Adventure,
didn't he do Batman?
Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. He has done Men in Black. He wrote stuff for, Simpsons. Yeah, he's all over the place. But he's also in this band. This is kind of how he's got his, how he got rolling. And so in this thing, they're a rock band, not a rock band, but they're more like trying to think who they would be like.
Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, I don't know who they would be like. So they, it's you'd have to just listen to it. So. Go listen to that album.
I will.
It's great. Dead Man's Party. That's one of my favorite songs. But that is a fun album. That one's on my always playlist. And so when I just want something to listen to, another one, I would just go to that. It's on my favorites list, no matter how many times I've listened to it.
Huh. It was kind of like when I said with Bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
That. I've tried to go listen to the next album, thinking it might be the same thing.
No,
but it's not.
No, you catch that. You catch that lightning in a bottle, and
yeah.
It was funny. So the theme or the music for Dead Man's Party, I was reading an interview from that Elfman did, and I guess he was sitting with his daughter, and he was doing something, and he's like, "Hey, listen to this," and he played that rhythm, and he's like, "Oh," and then that's how the rhythm got for he got it for Dead Man's Party. So that's a good one. They have a lot of albums, but I've tried to listen to a couple of them and just didn't work for me. That one I love.
Now, Crowded House, I have listened to other albums.
Yeah, you like those, right?
And they're very good.
Yeah, you like that because I remember
not to the level of Woodface.
Okay, because we talked about one on one of your favorites list, and I can't remember. I think I've got it saved to listen to for a previous one of our previous. I think you've talked about it. It rings a bell.
Maybe I talked about Woodface before. I don't know. Maybe I did.
I don't know. I think
it's very good.
You know, I think there was a comment on our page, and I think your brother reprimanded me for not ever listening to Crowded House. That's why it sticks in my head. Wow. He's not as famous as Terry Nunn, but you know. No.
Once upon a time ago, I did write an email to Tommy Thayer, and he responded.
You responded? There you go. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll do a show on him and see if he'll join.
Yeah, I'm talking
way back
when he first joined Kiss.
Okay, yeah. not before that. Yeah, we'll have to see. I was I listened to another podcast the other day. This podcast did the worst song off every Kiss album. Worst song. And somebody did an article on it, and so this I thought that was actually a good idea. Take an article that somebody else writes and do a podcast on it.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Somebody did, I think it was one of the, maybe Consequence or somebody did a worst songs off every Kiss album, and they went in and gave their opinion of what that was.
Peter Criss.
No.
I'm joking.
I know. No. They did have some Peter Criss songs on there. But like the one I remember off Hotter to Hell, they said Mainline, and I did not agree with that.
No.
Yeah.
Probably a song on the probably a song on the second side. I can't remember the name of it.
I think Mainline's okay. I think it fits the theme of that album. So but yeah. So there's our show today. Look at that, under 40 minutes still.
We haven't wrapped up yet.
We haven't wrapped up. We're gonna wrap up. All right. All right, because we're gonna do better about wrapping up. All right, so we are on YouTube and we are on Spotify, and we appreciate comments. We also have a Facebook page and a Twitter X page that I post things to. No famous respondents on Twitter yet, X, but we keep trying, and I keep posting my albums, and we'll see who we get to respond.
Well, again, in the comments section, tell us an obscure album that you enjoy that maybe we can start listening to it as well.
Maybe we'll come out and review that.
There you go.
Hey, and then there's always guest spots available. Yeah. We've only had one guest. We've only had one guest on in our year plus of activity. So it is a coveted spot, but we are open to the discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So go out and comment and like and share, and follow, and that's all.
Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe.
Tell your friends. Share it with your friends.
Yes.
Where else are you going to get Oingo Boingo references along with Thunder back to back?
And Trouble Tribe and Lord Tracy. Yeah.
And Bonfire. There you go. And Rick Springfield.
Yep.
Doing things with a guitar. So, all right, that's our show tonight. Glad we got this one in. It gets busy. We got to move kids to college. Got lots of stuff going on coming up. So with that, we will close. But if you got ideas for future shows, let us know as well. But I'm Jeff Beach.
I'm Joey Graves.
And we will see you next time.
See ya.